All right, hi everyone. This is Gavin. This is Bick. It's going crazy because every match is about now who's going to score the lowest. Because CSK scored 125, got beaten, thrashed by KKR. Then they had a secret meeting. CSK said, no, we can't tolerate this nonsense. We need to beat this. We need to beat this. And then for some reason, Sam Curran did not get the fucking memo because actually the meeting was in Tamil or Hindi because everybody has been there for like 16 dog years. So everybody understands. Sam could not understand anything and he didn't realize that he's supposed to get out. He didn't get out and now eventually ended up scoring 114. But at the end of the day, saying, okay, at least we beat our earlier title. We still have another 3 matches to go to beat that 85, whatever that KKR made. And they, in fact, before they tried to do some other things, before they actually fell for this thing, they said, let's just beat up the players in the other team. They went to the Mumbai camp, tried to beat up everybody. But I think Rohit Sharma was blocking the door because he was so fat. And they only ended up beating Rohit Sharma. That's why Rohit Sharma is not playing today. Not because of any fictitious injuries, whatever the stuff they've been saying. It's just because there was an assault by CSK team somehow. And they also tried to tell them that everybody will get COVID if you play against us, so please go back home. They were like, no, we are not Suresh Raina. We are not Suresh Raina. So that didn't work out very well for them. And Dhoni, by the way, this is another time that we are doing this podcast when the match is still running. That's how much disregard we have given to the match. But right now, it's like we're looking at 88 and then 8.5 overs for no wickets. And Ishan Kishan is opening. Rohit Sharma is not even there. So they're saying maybe we should not have even beaten Ishan Sharma. Sorry, we should have beaten Ishan Kishan instead of Rohit Sharma. Okay, so this is going to be one of the most embarrassing losses of all time. I think eventually when they made 114, that was just amazing. And my guess is in the after-match conference, after-match interview, when they asked Dhoni what is happening, because Dhoni is so sick of telling them what is happening. So I think this is an option for Dhoni. I'm just saying because Dhoni probably listened to his podcast. It will release very quickly. Dhoni can just say like, see, this is the thing that we've won already 3 times. We are like Manchester City. We won too many of the leagues, English Premier League. So for us, they won too many EPLs, we have won too many IPLs, and they only want to win Champions League now. Just the same way, we just want to win Fair Play Award. That is our deal. And they're like, sir, that's Champions League and fair. That's not equal. That's like,
yeah, and this Fair Play Award, I don't understand because two times I've noticed Dhoni pressurizing the umpire to change his decision, and plus he also argued with him, and still they are getting Fair Play Awards. I mean, come on.
Yeah, it's a most under the table award. They want to get something because they have to give. It's like they have to give CSK something. That's what's happening. So what is your take on this? What do you think happened today? By the way, just to let you know, Bikram, if you're not paying complete attention, this wicket is as placid as it gets. This is the flattest deck we have seen on earth. Like literally the flattest deck, which is exactly, it's not Ishan Kishan is hitting the ball is literally coming onto your bat, and these guys were like 4 down for 3 runs. What the hell happened? Where's the spark? Where is the juice? There is no juice, there is no spark. We're not going to have the long podcast, so I want a quick comment from you. I hope you have decided something. What the hell is happening? This is a flat deck. This is Sharjah.
I think they have too many youngsters in the team today, so that's why they are losing. There was Jagdishan. I remember I was talking about Jagdishan that he should be playing, and finally he played, and now Dhoni can again.
See what happens?
Yeah, now Dhoni can again blame the youngsters, and I know Sam Curran is also a youngster, but yeah, Sam Curran is an exception to the rule. So I think they had too many young players today. That was the problem.
This is a disaster because these guys are going to lose in the 11th or 12th over tops, and they're going to probably lose by 10 wickets. This is a nightmare. This is a nightmare. I think entire CSK is going to be going for an overhaul in the next season. If Dhoni's fitness has been fine, but to be very honest, his fitness is very obviously fine, which is very visible. But they're just once you just drop the ball, you just drop the ball. I think he's just dropped the ball somewhere internally. I don't think he's physically, mentally told himself, but sometimes the ball drops and you need to know that. And I think Indian people never know that in the first place.
Yeah.
I've never had any Indian player who actually accepts. I remember Virat Kohli saying this few years ago that he's never going to go through that situation where people go through, like, people are speculating when he will retire, He said, I'll just retire at my peak.
Yeah.
And I don't want that speculation. I don't want that nonsense. I'll just retire. Let's see what happens if he does that or not. But because we see this with Aussies, English players as well, they say, okay, I'm done. I'm just done. That's it. We're gonna go on. So, and I think the way Mumbai Indians started, that's exactly how I wanted RCB to start the other day. But that pitch was actually bad. That pitch was actually bad. And today, Mumbai Indians is showing. And if you remember the very first match, you were the one who picked CSK to come last before the tournament started. And then suddenly you were a little bit jittery after the first match. Mumbai Indians beat them. And I kept saying Mumbai Indians screwed up that match. CSK did not deserve it. So Mumbai Indians screwed up. They started very well. And then Rohit Sharma, when his body did not move, he gave that catch, could not clear the infield. And that completely changed the tapestry of the match.
Yeah.
But the chinks were always there. And after that, you actually sort of felt like maybe CSK might not be that bad. Then he lost one match and then you came back to your senses like, no, CSK is really bad. After that, you've been saying CSK last. And until the last week, Kings 11, which was my pick to come last, they started winning against all the... So it's a very odd situation. So I think another thing Dhoni can say, listen, what is happening is that we beat... Kings 11 beat all the top 3 teams and then we beat Kings 11 by 10 wickets. So we are the best team ever in the history by that logic. So, and we're also going to win the Fair Play Award. So I think this is going to be a very... promising. He's going to be very happy in the after match press conference.
And what happened to your Ambati Raidu tattoo which you had after the first match? You remember you said
Ambati Raidu. It's on my ass. We can't show it on this podcast. It's YouTube is saying that you can't show your ass, particularly if you have that much hair as I do. So that's not going to be happening. By the way, our trailer's out. If people have not seen our trailer, what is the name of our trailer? IPL, the greatest gift to India, to cricket. Okay.
Yeah.
India's greatest gift to cricket. So I think that trailer has already hit more than 1,000 hits. So you can actually go and like or subscribe or dislike it, whatever you feel like. But you should watch it. It's not a long one. It's only like less than 2 minutes, right? So you do check it out. And by the time, I don't want to go on in the podcast. I have nothing much to say. They've already scored 100, by the way, in 10.2 overs. So by the time eventually we say bye-bye, they might have just finished it and completely gone home. So this is a disaster match. And things happen, to be very honest. But I think Chennai should have seen this coming. We saw it coming.
We were the only ones who said that Chennai will be dead last or even 7th. And everyone like, no, Chennai is so great. They'll bounce back, all that.
Yeah, and one of the most ardent supporters have disappeared, like Nogs, which is Nikesh. It's like they can still win. Yeah, India can win the World Cup in football as well. What do you mean they can qualify? What do you mean? Of course, people can qualify. Now they even cannot qualify after losing this match. So now it's like dead sure they can't qualify. And after yesterday's win, that SRH's win, now our 4th pick is now back in contention. KKR, the way they've been so shit. By the way, I want to tell you this thing right now before we finish this, that if tomorrow Delhi loses to KKR, I am going to be so livid. Because right now KKR is the worst team and Delhi, you do not lose to them. If Delhi loses to them, I'm just going to be like, this is it. I have no trust in Delhi after that at all. I'm not saying Delhi will lose, I'm saying, but if right now Delhi loses to KKR, I will be livid because I know all the things happen because Kings 11 actually had been playing well and most of in fact you see all that but openers and the top 2 of this run scorers and everything. The only time Mayank Agarwal gets out is because he gets run out. That's the name, right? Mayank Agarwal. I mix up names at times. So Kulkarni and all. So KKR should not at all win by any chance. Tomorrow is the first match, right? Abu Dhabi. I think that's the first match tomorrow. And the next match is Kings 11 SRH. So we're picking SRH. To win and consolidate the chances of, because this is the crunch match, and if the crunch matches is where things are at stake. That's where Kings 11 have really struggled. So I'm not going to pick Kings 11 for that. I'm going to pick SRH and I think might as well pick the Sunday match. I don't know what is happening on Sunday, when we'll come back or not. So RCB, obviously we're going to pick RCB against CSK and then RR Mumbai Indians. So right now I'm not picking RR because there's just something missing. If they can win, they can win. Anything is possible because they have the kind of players. But Mumbai Indians again. So that's the way it's going to be for that.
Yeah,
and,
same for me.
That's about it from me. It's 108 already. So we have to finish this podcast before somebody hits a 6 and actually finishes the match. So 11 overs, 108 for no loss. After CSK scored 114 because Sam Curran did not get the bloody memo that they were supposed to beat the 85 that was set by KKR the other day. All right, on that note, enjoy, watch our trailer, watch our podcast. I think now we have like gazillion podcasts on IPL and we'll continue putting it out there. So on that note, that's me, Gav, and that's Big. Take care. Have a good night. Enjoy. If you're a CSK fan, well, it's just a good night forever. All right, take care.
Okay,
no hard feelings. Bye-bye. Have a good one.